Hi everyone, welcome back to another Saturday special feature. And I really like this format that we're doing where I'll have sort of like a special feature where I'll talk a little bit about some games and then we'll jump on in over the next few weeks and cover some reviews. So I've already spoken a little bit about some of these games. What we're going to be discussing over the next few weeks, month, whatever, are some of my favorite 3D fighters on the Sega Saturn. Now, be warned, I'm only going to be talking about SEGA-Made 3D fighters, at least for this retrospective, okay? I'm not going to be looking at Battle Arena, Toshinden, and games like that. We're mainly strictly talking about SEGA-Made fighters. And we'll have a whole special feature on 2D fighters, so don't worry about that at all, okay? Alright, so to begin with, I already covered Virtua Fighter. This was the packing game for the Sega Saturn, along with, well, depending on which model you had, could be Panzer Dragoon, could be a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, so this was the original. This is my very original Virtua Fighter. Aww. Now, I'm not going to re-review this one, at least not yet, because I've already did a review for it. Yeah, the quality wasn't great, but I might do a redux of this one later on, and that's a feature for another day, because a lot of people have requested that I do not necessarily reviews, but to showcase or highlight some of the games that I did before I had the XRGB Mini and all the great quality that capture devices that I have today. So I might do that later on for some of them, but for right now I really wanted to talk about specific games. So for Virtua Fighter, you all know, a lot of people really dislike this. When it came out, I did find it kind of, I don't know, it felt like a rushed port. There was clipping issues everywhere. Go check out the review if you really want some detailed information on this one. Now, something new that I will be talking about, this is my original Virtua Fighter remix. This was mailed to, well, to people who registered their Sega Saturn with Virtua Fighter. This was mailed out to all of us, and this is the original thing. I just cut the side here open, and I'm going to be reviewing this one next Saturday. And what I did was I mashed up some footage from the original Virtua Fighter, and this looks pretty damn good, I'll tell you. When you put this in with the XRG Mini, it's pretty hot, man. But anyway, so you'll see the difference this one makes. Some of you are going to agree that it looks better. Some will say probably no. What are you, crazy? So that's one one's going to be well, not re-review, but that one's going to be reviewed. This is my Virtua Fighter 2, sorry for the reflection. This one I already covered in depth, and I'm going to do a redux of this one later on, showing you guys just, you know, in better quality. But this one we already did cover, so that won't be part of the special. Right now for the special, like I said, we're looking at Virtua Fighter Remix. And the other three games are also going to be part of the feature, well, not feature, but of reviews that I'm going to be doing. So, like I said, Saturday, you can look forward to this one next Saturday. And then you can look forward to some really goofy ones. We've got Virtua Fighter Kids, which will be coming up the following week. Going to review this one. This one is so utterly silly, but it's not the silliest. No, that's coming up very, very soon. So you can look forward to Virtua Fighter Kids. This is really, it's essentially Virtua Fighter 2, but with deformed characters. But the gameplay is still awesome. But I love what it says on the back of the boxes. I find it hysterical. It's 20% faster than Virtua Fighter 2. 20%, baby. And experienced the killer gameplay of Virtua Fighter 2 packed into a pint-sized punch. Wah, wah. What I like about this is it is faster. It's a much faster experience because there's less polygons on the screen, so you can, you know, you can go crazy. So again, you can look forward to that one. That one's coming up, and then after that we have Fighting Vipers. This was a really, really awesome game. I remember this just because of how weird it was. It had the same gameplay style as Virtua Fighter 2, except that everybody was like, there was like a character on rollerblades. You could break off some of their armor and stuff. It was really funky, really weird, but it's a fantastic fighting game that holds up really well. I know some of you guys are going to go, oh boy, it's going to be a brutal month with horrible looking 3D games. But don't worry, it'll all be worth it after that, because we're going to shift gears to some 2D games a little bit after this. I've got some racing games I want to talk about next, but we'll cover that later on. Anyways, we're going to end off this month-long look at 3D fighters with a look at Fighters Mega Mix. This is an awesome, awesome game. And it says right on the back, you get all 11 legendary Virtua Fighter 2 characters, all 11 Champion Fighting Vipers characters, and 10 hidden characters. And then there's a preview, special move straight from Virtua Fighter 3 Arcade. Ooh. Now, I don't want to spoil this, I'll save it for the review, but the special characters, the hidden characters, are without a doubt insane. That's all I can tell you. We'll touch base more once I actually cover the game, but it's insane. So that is what we're going to be taking a look at over the next month. After that, like I said, I've got some racing games that we're going to be talking about. Not many, so don't worry, just a few. I already covered Daytona, I covered Sonic R before, but there are some other ones that I did want to talk about, stuff like Wipeout, what was it, Daytona Championship Edition, and oh my goodness, Sega Rally. I wanted to cover those games, so we'll see. I haven't decided yet, that's just what I'm planning on doing. And then, yeah, then there's some 2D games, there's a shmup series I'm going to be working on, but all of these things, you know, in time. Right now, this is what you can look forward to over the next month. We're going to have a look at, like I said, one last recap, Virtua Fighter Remix, Virtua Fighter Kids, Fighting Vipers, and ending it all off with Fighters Mega Mix, which is a fantastic game. And so that is what you can look forward to on Saturdays for the next month. And I hope each and every one of you will join me as we take a look at these 4 classic games. Thanks as always for checking out the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Saturday. What 3D fighters did you like on the Sega Saturn? Leave a comment and let me know.